I hate the beach. I hate the way the sun would shine down onto my skin, along with the millions of others that scattered the stupidly small beach. I hate the way the heat dug holes into my body. I hate the fact that my face was 10 shades lighter because of how much sunscreen was slathered on. I hate the way the sand would find ways to get in between my toes, even when I had never even touched the water. I never understood why anyone loved going to the beach, but I loved the ocean. I remember when I first fell in love with the ocean. I was 13 and I was traveling to Taiwan for the second time. The first time I was just a baby, so any lingering memory of my time there was completely covered with the curiosity and ignorance of my other childhood memories. During this week, the week before I was leaving to go home, we were particularly lucky, that is, to me, because a storm had hit the coast of Taiwan. The incessant heat that I hated was no longer following me around like an annoying sibling, and was instead replaced by the large and strong gushes of wind, which brought the coolness of the ocean with it. We were traveling along the coast, so the heat was even more doled down. It was on the final day, when we were heading back, that I saw the ocean, that I actually saw the ocean, and not just the mechanical seeing of my eyes, glazing over as I stared at the invisible line where the water met the sky. Everybody had fallen asleep, the soft dark blue lulling everyone into a deep slumber. The quiet encased the car, and the only thing I could hear was the soft and deep thuds of music pouring into my ears. Apocalypse. That's what I was listening to. I stared out the window and I could feel my entire body still as I looked out of this restricting view into the world covered in a film of dark, yet vibrant hues of black and blue. We were traveling along a cliff, and when I wasn't peering straight down, it was almost as if the car was going to tilt, fall, and land into the ocean with a big splash. Trees sprouted from the sides of the cliff, and we were crossing part of the road where the cliff created a U-shape around the ocean, like the opening of a cave, showing the other side of the mountain through its large, yet somehow still incredibly small hole. The ocean, the silence. It was like the aftermath, the end of the world. Wind clung and tugged at the black trees, clustered together in groups, all leaning towards the ocean. The clouds were like a mass of people, spreading around the moon, which just barely managed to peek its head out, and the ocean, a blue that was almost black, slowly ran through the dancing ripples, greeting the moon, clouds, and trees. It was beautiful. The ocean, which was usually so bright that I was blinded, was now a subdued color of what it once was, while the glory that it held in the sunlight had escaped its grasp, and now it would be watching it. All it had left was remnants of the thing that it once was. And yet, I felt myself gravitating towards it, even though it was nowhere close to the ocean that everyone loved. I hate the beach, but I love the ocean. They say beauty will inevitably fade, but I don't think that's true. I think beauty is subjective to the eyes, and what I think is beautiful is when something is stripped down to its deepest and darkest part, naked and vulnerable, unafraid because no eyes watch. And it's only then that I truly fall in love with what I see. And yet, I felt myself gravitating towards it, towards something that used to be something so great, but was now something so utterly